not a thrill seeker. It's not what I do. And despite being in the hot box a couple times within the past 3 weeks, I don't typically seek out events that cause me fear. But that's not the entire story. Generally, yes, I'm a sensible woman. 2 feet on the ground, rational, practical, safe. I measure fear in nanometers. I don't take risks. I don't like to. But as I say, that's only half of the story. Secretly, I fantasize about taking great, splendid risks, of winning tremendous rewards after these daring risks that I've taken. When I read a book where a heroine or a hero goes out and does something so brave that it makes me terrified reading it, I'm just so proud of these characters for what they do. But sensible Erica, no, in the real world, no. 2 feet on the ground, sensible, cautious. But I want to share with you 3 events in my life that I got to flirt with danger just a little bit, and I want to teach you what they taught me. It was the summer of 1988. I was 9 years old. We were in Six Flags Great America, just outside of Chicago. I had been looking forward to the trip for weeks. My family was taking us out. I couldn't wait to show off to my little brother and cousin just how big girl brave Erica was going to be. She was going to ride all the rides. Oh man, I thought I was something. But then I met the demon. Yes, the demon. This was back in the day before we politically correct we cleaned up all this stuff. This roller coaster was literally named after a demon. It had shiny red eyes and sparkling mist. Eerie, creepy, hell-like noises were coming from the line. It terrified me. Part of this roller coaster was underground, in darkened tunnels where you couldn't see what it was doing. The other half of this ride, where you could see what it was doing, wasn't much better. It did corkscrews in the air, loop-de-loops twice. And I was tall enough to ride. But I wanted to be brave. So after half an hour of waiting in line, calm, sweating, heart palpitating, I had not yet learned to love the adrenaline rush that comes as lagniappe to the signs of fear. I sat into the cart, my father next to me buckled in the seatbelt, the roll bar came over our waists, and I had a moment of perspicuity. I had made a terrible mistake. The cart starts to roll, click, click, click. I wave to the attendant, sir, I've changed my mind. The man snickered at me. He said, the cart didn't stop. It kept going. Click, 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 click. Now my father, instead of letting his daughter make a scene on a roller coaster, he grabbed my attention and said, Erica, listen, listen, listen. Keep these 3 things in mind. 1, it's gonna be fun. 2, it'll be over soon. And 3, it's too late to change your mind. Always thought my dad was a little bit, I don't know, masochistic there, I suppose. But he was right. As we rolled click, 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 click to the top, I realized my fate was sealed. That cart was going to go, and I was going to stay in it. Here's hoping. He was right about the other 2 points as well. It was over fast, and it was fun. I don't think I'd ever had so much fun in my life. I came off that roller coaster. Oh, I was so big and bad, I couldn't wait to strut myself to my brother and my cousin and my wimpy mom, who stayed by the side and wait with the kids. Now my mom, she has always had my number. She carefully informed me, you know, the wait's only 5 minutes now, but would you like to go again? Nah, I'm good. So later in life, as the years rolled on, I would repeat my father's words to me. As I would sign up for a difficult course load at school, or I would commit myself to a volunteer project that might take me out of my comfort zone, maybe be a little bit of a time investment, I would tell myself, you know what, it's gonna be fun. It'll be over soon, and once committed, it's too late to change your mind now. But as adolescence rolled into young adulthood, I realized those words didn't fit reality anymore. As you grow up, you realize there aren't many opportunities where you're belted in, strapped down, and you're gonna go. Adulthood is different. Adulthood, you see that steep climb to the top, that click, 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 dangerous, exhilarating, nervous, racking hard work. But on this side, there's an exit for if you're just a little bit afraid. Over here, there's an exit if you're just a little bit too tired or too busy. The worst exit of all, the sign that says, I'm gonna do this, just not now. And I'm embarrassed to say, I started taking all of those exits. I took the cautious road, the I'm afraid I'm gonna fail road, the I don't know how I would handle it if it doesn't work out road. That's the road I took. Fast forward a few years later, I'm in college, and me and 8 or 9 of my best friends are lounging on the ground. We're having the conversation that plays out in college campuses across the world, probably on a daily basis. All the things we're gonna do. All the great things we're gonna be and see, the world problems we're gonna solve. We're laying there, talking without cost, most likely without consequence. My friend Lisa is an electrical engineer student. She wants to scuba dive the Great Barrier Reefs. My friend Chris, he wants to be an orthodontist, and he's gonna through hike the AT. He's gonna walk the entire Appalachian Trail in one go. Me, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with my life. But you know what? I think skydiving would be amazing. Hey, talk is cheap, right? I'm laying on the ground drinking a wine cooler. I can say whatever I want. Then my buddy Kevin got back with me afterwards. He says, you know, Erica, I love your passion. I just want to go skydiving. I've always wanted to do that too. And here's the clincher. He proposed a pay-it-forward scenario. He said, one of my buddies took me out to experience a Great Life event when I was younger. In his case, it was a 50-yard line ticket to a Nebraska Huskers game. I don't know. But he had this opportunity that his friend gave him, and he said, instead of paying his friend back, the friend said, pay it forward. Take someone else out, let them experience their greatest wish. Guess it was the lucky girl. He bought tickets. He said, I know your exam is over on Wednesday, and you're not leaving town until Friday, so guess what you're doing on Thursday? I think I saw mentally that attendant snicker at me again. So next thing I knew, Thursday came, trained up, suited up with a stranger strapped to my back, 13,000 feet. Here I am at the ledge. 1, 2, 3. Bliss. Let me tell you, bliss like I thought I would never experience before. I was so happy, so fortunate to have once again be strapped in with no choice of escape. I was blessed to be in this position. The only way out would have been to disappoint a good friend. But again, life doesn't do this for us very often. And I realized then, as I surely realize now, I was in the presence of friends that were a little less talk and a lot more action. They became social policy changing economics theorists, accountants, orthodontists, electrical engineers. They did all of these things. While I floundered. I floundered in fear and uncertainty, taking the cautious road, not wanting to step out and put myself on the ledge again. It was years later that I decided to go back to college. Here at USF, as an adult, I said, you know, I owe this to myself. I'm going to try again. I tried again, and I found myself friends with people who were like myself, adults entering college a little later than most. Several of them were members of the outdoor rec group. Now in this time, I'd taken up hiking, backpacking, kayaking. I thought I was adventurous, but in safe and measured ways. Then one day they invited me to go toward the ropes course here that we have at Riverfront Park. I had never done a ropes course before, and at the time, if you can imagine it, I was relatively fit. I was spending a lot of time in the gym. My instructor and my coaches were saying, go, you gotta feel this adrenaline. You're doing this stuff on the ground, try doing it at 50 feet. The adrenaline's gonna kick in, it's gonna change everything in your body. So I signed up. I didn't have anything to lose. And I did the course. Now I'm going to tell you, I felt like Mario Brothers, hopping around from platform to platform up in the air. Some of them I had to all out cheat to get through. But I made it to the top. I was scrambling, it was not pretty. But I made it to the top. I rung the bell at 55 feet, and I felt proud of my accomplishments. But then there was a choice to be made. You can exit via the zip line, or you can go through the ropes course again to exit slowly. Once again, here are my old friends. Danger, excitement, or caution, stability. At first I thought that zip line looked like so much fun. So I got in line, and I got up to the top, and then I watched people do that, and I said, no, come on. By college standards, I'm a little old lady. I'm not supposed to be doing zip lines. I've had my fun. I've had my adventure. I'm going to take the safe route. So I turn to the side and I tell my buddy who's manning the zip line, hey Andy, it's cool. I'm just going to hop this way. It's cool. He stops me and he just asks a very simple question. Why don't you want to do this? I gave him my feeble, oh well, blah, blah, blah. He saw right through it. He looked me in the eye, and he said, Erica, you owe this to yourself to experience this. Have you ever done a zip line before? And you know what? I realized he was right. It's not about a pressure. I'm not strapped in. I don't have to. But don't I owe it to myself to take a calculated risk and see where it gets me? I know the highs that come with something like this. I think I ought to do it. So it's my turn. I'm on the platform, securely attached to the zip line. He says, look out into the line as it descends. Take a deep breath and step off your platform. And I did. And once again, bliss. Amazing excitement. I did this on my terms. I chose to step off the platform, not because a cart was going without me, not because I was going to let somebody else down. I made the decision. I stepped off on my time, on my terms, and for me. The distinction is subtle, but important to me. And I've taken that towards the rest of my life. What is it that I deserve to do? What is it, what calculated risk do I deserve to put myself out there for? And I want to ask all of you the same. What are your dreams that are holding you back for fear? What are the things that you would like to do and see and feel and be, but you're being held back by uncertainty? And I will tell you what Andy told me. Look into the direction of your dreams. Take a deep breath. Head up, eyes wide. Step off your platform.